No.
Hi everybody, Mitzi Cruz here, host of Lincoln Live, the show that's all about you. You guys are awesome for actually waiting for us to get our act together over here. Apparently, we started the interview, we got about 5 minutes into it, and then discovered we were streaming from my personal page. So those of you that are not my friend didn't know that, and so we were trying to find the video, or actually Andra was trying to find the video. She's awesome. Discovered is on my personal page, so now here we are, take two. So anyway, I hope you guys are all having a great day. Today we are live with Diana Owens, and she is the owner of Sierra Hay and Feed. And thank you so much for your patience, Diana, and for joining us today.
No problem. It's been a lot of fun, and thank you for having us on your show.
Absolutely. So can you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. Okay. So Owens family owns Sierra Hay and Feed. We've owned it for about 13 years now. We bought it when it was still over on Flocchini Circle off of 1st Street. So some people remember us over there. This business has been in existence since 1993, and it was started by Stan Nader, who a lot of people know in town, and the Nader family had it. And then it has gone through a couple of hands. We picked up the reins back in about 1995, I believe it was. Excuse me, 2005.
Yeah.
My decades off. And so we've been going strong ever since. So we decided when this building, which we are in now, which is the old Westco Barnes building, which a lot of people still think that's what happens here.
Yeah.
We went ahead and grabbed it because I've been looking at it for years thinking this is the perfect spot for a big feed store, which is what it is. We've been here 3 years now. My husband, who's in construction, redid the whole thing. He is a wizard. And so we're really comfortable here in the store.
Yeah.
But we have a huge area, all fenced in, and a big warehouse which is filled to the brim with hay and bagged feeds for all the animals. We have the pet supplies and all the veterinary supplies inside, and then outside we have a lot of the farm and ranch supplies, the panels, the shelters, the fencing, everything you can think of.
So that really leads me into my next question. So who are your customers? I mean,
okay, so we serve all of the farm and ranch community. In Placer County, we go, people come in from Yuba and Sutter County, Sac County, probably El Dorado. I mean, we get them from all over.
Wow.
We do deliver the hay and the feeds. We have a delivery service, so we are called sometimes as far as Grass Valley and Placerville and so forth, but mostly we do this area.
Sure.
And so, that's the cool thing about this business is because our customers, we actually go to their house.
Yeah.
And they become our friends.
Right.
They really do. And we've had customers who have been, patronizing our facility for all the years we've owned it and prior to us.
Wow.
Yeah. Really good, loyal customers.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that makes the Lincoln community so awesome is because I love the fact that we've got such a mix. You've got, the more suburban portion of Lincoln, and then it's surrounded by this incredible rural community where, you've got different industries, and it's just great. It's awesome. So it's great.
Yeah, so we tap into the rural roots.
Yeah.
The people who are still living out on the acreages and everything. But with the new people that have come in, a lot of them don't realize it, but there was just a regulation passed in the city of Lincoln where it makes it legal, official, to have poultry in your backyard.
Really?
So you can have your couple of laying hens. And so we have a huge, amount of business that we do in the poultry.
Yeah.
And we love to have like a seminar in the wintertime because we have chicks in the spring where we have all the little baby chicks. And so we'll have like a feeds and basic poultry keeping seminar in the wintertime. People love to come to that.
Oh, yeah. I can
learn
imagine.
about it.
Yeah. So, so tell us what type of animals that you stock supplies for.
Well, the main thing that we do is actually there's a lot of different main ones. The equine enthusiasts are huge, of course.
Yeah.
When you have horses and you're competing, you really need to keep them in top condition. So we have really good quality hay. That is our number one thing that we sell. We also have the lower quality grades for the people who just need, for cattle or some livestock. So it's sheep and goats. Your swine, we have a lot of feed for swine. A lot of people raise pigs, whether they're pets or they're, for the table.
Yeah.
We also have, of course, the cattle people. And then the pets, we do a huge amount of business with the pet foods.
Gotcha.
And pet supplies.
So, I definitely want to open it up for questions. I see Andra back there behind the camera. She's laughing. It must have been a comment or a question.
Yeah, Janet says that you're getting chickens.
You know, the wheels are already turning, to be honest. We just actually moved to town. We had just a half an acre out in rural Lincoln on this side of town. Sold our house, moved into town. Just the house wasn't big enough anymore. So kind of sad because we miss living in the country and having cows across the street and kind of watching them graze. And, you know, now we're surrounded by houses. But yeah, that would kind of bring the country flavor back to our family.
That's right. You get to have them now. It's official.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you know if they changed any ordinances with rabbits or anything?
Yeah, so it's small animals. So your chickens and your rabbits. And pretty much you can thank one of the FFA instructors, Jessica Armistead over at Lincoln High School, really was the ringleader in getting this through. And so it's really a good thing because a lot of the high school kids that are in FFA want to do the small animals as projects in school, and they weren't really allowed. It was something that was a real problem, a contentious, and now it's completely legal as long as everybody stays within the parameters of what's legal with no crowing roosters, you know, things like that.
Right. Well, we love Jessica. We actually interviewed her on a previous show.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And actually, based off that interview, my freshman at Lincoln High is taking the ag pathway now.
Oh, yeah.
So he's really excited.
Exactly. They have that farm out there that's the largest one in the state. And every child that goes to Lincoln High School should probably take part in that somehow because it's just not available anywhere else.
I totally agree. Yeah, it's incredible. So, does anyone have any questions at this time?
No questions, just a lot of highs and hellos and just lots of love.
Well, and I want to remind you guys, so please share our live video while we are live and comment shared below. That way you can be entered into this week's raffle, which is generously donated by Sierra Hay and Feed. And Diana, you want to tell everybody about the raffle prize?
Yeah, actually, we all have these little t-shirts that we've made up for the store. One of these is going to be given away. We've also got, we like to promote and support the local businesses.
Yes.
So we have the cow camp seasoning right in our own backyard. A lot of people don't even know about it, and it's once you taste it, you don't ever want to go back. We've got some of their best stuff, the garlic seasonal. We also have, and this is a little known fact, you can't see it over here, but on the pet food treats wall, we have this brand called Spot Farms, which is a national brand.
And actually, we'll pan over.
Okay.
You want to show everybody?
And so a little known fact is, yes, that one, grab it.
Yes.
This actually, they put on the back right where all the products were grown, which is, this one is chicken, organic chicken.
Yeah.
That is some people that we all know and love right in our own backyard, the Timborg family. And so one of the packages of the Timborg's own chicken Spot Farms treats for dogs is going to be included in that.
Oh, great.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's really cool. As a matter of fact, I think we should make note for a future Lincoln Live interview.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah,
they
that's
are
great.
a long-standing producer of poultry here in Lincoln.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I think so many good things start in Placer County, so we got to just keep that love for the Lincoln community going and support local business.
So we do have a few questions.
Okay.
Was the biometric testing a hair test?
Yeah, it's using saliva and hair.
And then Janet asks, how many chickens will the city allow?
That one you probably should go to the city and make sure, because I don't know for sure, but I know at least 2 and possibly more. Just make sure they're not roosters crowing at all hours of the day.
Yes.
Then you're going to get your neighbors mad.
And then I guess some questions from me. Do you guys work specifically with any other vets or food producers or anyone like that?
Well, not specific veterinarians, but like I was mentioning before, veterinarians can sometimes refer you back to a feed store, and we try to stock products that they would refer people to. For example, if you have a wound on your dog or cat, or actually any animal, there is this product that we sell called Vetricin. It's just a spray. You think it's water, you think you're doing nothing at all. It's like a miracle. And so they will send lots and lots of people in to get this. It's great for dogs and cats when they have hot spots and so forth. The other thing is, like, if you need a vitamin and it's an injectable for your animal, one of the large livestock animals, you can get that here. You can get the wormers and the vaccines, pretty much anything you need to keep your livestock herd or your pets healthy and happy.
That's wonderful. And you also mentioned ranch supplies. Can we show everybody kind of some of the supplies that we have over here? Maybe
This is our electric fencing area. So, you know, a lot of people need to do the electric fencing out in the country. We also have the wire fencing, the wood fence posts and the T-posts and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, good.
And that's, of course, that's outside.
Yeah, so you can, so essentially when we lived in the country, if ever there was a situation where our fence was compromised, you know, our dogs would get out, there's no sidewalks, people are just jamming down the road, it's very unsafe, so we ended up doing an electric fence, and I think my husband actually purchased it from here.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's...
Yeah, we use it at our house, you know, it's a good thing just for any kind of situation.
Yeah.
It's to contain animals. In or out, you know, to keep predators out too.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we do have some critters out in the country that tend to want to come get our small animals in our poultry.
Right.
You know? So we've got to watch that. We hear about it almost every day. Yeah. Our customers are great. Like I said before, they're like our friends. We know them. They come in regularly to get the same stuff. We get to know their animals and their situation. If they've had predator problems, you know, we can kind of pass on information, tips that we know about. Yeah. And we love to do that.
So how about mountain lions? Because I hear about those a lot.
I do too, on Facebook mostly, you know. Yeah. And we do know some people that live really close to us who lost a large animal a couple years ago right on the creek.
Really?
Which runs right by our place. Yeah. We've never had any issues with it. Yeah. But you know what? We all got to live on the land, and so we just got to be careful and contain our animals and keep them in at night. Yeah. My motto is always hands and eyes on twice a day. I know that's not easy for everybody to do, but that's kind of like the way you're going to keep everything safe.
Gotcha.
So we do have a few questions.
Sure.
Amanda says, my chickens are starting to molt. Any tips on how to help them through this time?
Okay, so molt is something that's happening right now with poultry, and they're going to probably stop laying, which is one of the main things that people complain about. And then they're going to lose feathers, and it's a natural thing, and we have to let chickens go through that because it's their body's way of shutting down egg production and putting it into the feathers, which is the main thing that keeps them healthy and safe.
Sure.
So for about a few weeks, you're going to probably need to increase their protein in their diet, and we do have a couple of feeds made specifically for that.
Yeah.
One of them is called Feather Fixer. I mean, it's made just for the molting process. Give them some time. Just let them go through it naturally. Don't try to do lights and keep them from doing it or anything. It's just going to make them sick. Yeah. And then they'll get through it and they'll start going back to laying. They should, anyway.
Well, and that makes sense too, because whatever's happening naturally kind of probably has to happen.
It's just the body's way of regenerating for the chicken.
Sure.
You know, people don't realize actually how much work it is for them to lay an egg every day.
Yeah.
I've forgotten now what the statistic is, but it's many, many more times the amount of calcium in her bones is required for her to make eggs and eggshells. So you really have to feed them the right diet so they get that in their diet. Otherwise, they don't have what it takes. Yeah. And they'll stop.
Everything starts with diet.
Mm-hmm. And then Carol asked, do you carry worms, night worms and mealworms?
We carry the dried mealworms, nothing live. Kind of have an aversion to those live little squiggly things. But millions of these mealworms, that is the biggest thing. We call it chicken crack.
Yeah, I bet.
They just go crazy over them, and they're a good high-protein snack for chickens.
And pigs like them too.
They do? I didn't know pigs liked them.
Oh, they love them.
Any other questions?
Not currently.
Okay.
How are we doing with our shares? Is everybody sharing?
They are.
Okay, cool. We want to make sure everyone is entered in the raffle and we don't miss out on anybody. Want to keep it fair. Okay. All right. So what I really wanted to focus on next is really talk about events that you host throughout the year. And so let me just preface this. Because you guys didn't see the first interview, we've talked about all this before, so it's hard to remember what questions that what topics
talked about.
Yeah.
So we love to host events out here because we do have lots of room. So we usually try to do it in the fall or the spring when we can be outside. And in the fall, we generally have like a big fall pet day, customer appreciation days, when we'll run specials and sales on different things. Mostly you can find out about our specials and sales through Facebook. That's where I'm going to post them So if you're liking the page and you get our posts, then you're going to see it also on our webpage. But we also have things that we can do for special interest groups. One of them is coming up just next week. It's Show Animal Basics with Showtime Feeds, and it's going to be for your 4-H and FFA projects. And they're going to have the industry representatives come in here, and they're going to get some really good information on feeding and different kinds of products that are out there. And there's going to be games. They're going to have chances to win some prizes. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that's for your cattle and your swine people. And then we'll have other ones. Like I said, in the winter time before chick season starts, we love to have the poultry one. And we get a lot of people who haven't had them before, and they get all the information they need. Very easy to raise poultry. It really is.
Yeah, no, definitely. My husband started a chicken coop for me about 2 years before we sold our house, so I never actually got the chickens. I mean, the coop never got finished, so our new buyers have a project, but in any case.
They'll probably use it, too.
Yeah. So, anyway, I'm excited to have the opportunity to own them in town now.
Yeah, you can. You can set up something in the backyard, just a couple of them, and, get your couple eggs a day.
Yeah.
Which is great.
That's perfect.
And I know since I've purchased here, you guys kind of have a system, so then when people come in, they don't have to necessarily remember all that they purchased.
Oh, Lord, I'm so glad we have it, too. So, because nobody ever remembers, what was that stuff I got last time? We look it up. We just put your last name in there, and we can bring up the history, and we can tell you exactly what you bought last time, and you can say, yep, that's the stuff I want, or no, that didn't work. Let's try something else, and we'll suggest you something else.
And can they call it and put it on hold, per se?
They do all the time. Yeah. We've got people who call it in, let us know. Like I said, we do a lot of deliveries. A lot of that's just called in.
Yeah.
And then also we do special orders. So if there's something we don't stock, probably we can get it. Just let me know what it is.
And what was I going to say? Did you guys mention what hours you're available for?
Didn't. No. So the store is open 7 days a week. So Monday through Friday, we open 8:30, we close at 6. On Saturday, we're open till 4:30 in the afternoon, and then Sunday, we're 9 to 3. So it's a little shorter hours, so the employees don't have to be here all day.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. And by the way, let me plug my employees.
Yes.
Okay, my employees are the best. We have, and I wanted them to come in here, but they didn't. We're all wearing our little shirts today, so you can tell who's who. But we have our cashiers out here who are more than happy to help people. We get a lot of phone calls through the day with all kinds of questions. They're very knowledgeable. In the warehouse, we have these guys who are absolute wizards to get all of the inputs in there and get everything stocked. They load you all day. They take the stuff and put it on the trucks and take it out to the house and stock it in the barn.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
And anytime I've ever come here, you guys have always provided such exceptional customer service. And that is just huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's really not nice to have to load all of your big, heavy bags. You have to do them at home, I know that. Been doing that myself for years.
Yeah.
But it's great when we can just have you drive through. You don't have to touch it. You don't even get out of the car.
Right.
Just open the hood or whatever and put it in there.
And Kim asked, did she miss the pet sensitivity testing?
Well, I can go over it with you again. We do have the pet sensitivity testing. So if you have a dog or if you do have a dog and you do have some issues going on, which is pretty prevalent this time of year, it seems like in the summer, what you can do is grab this test. It's about $80, and you just do a real simple saliva and hair sample. It goes to the lab in 10 days. They email you the results. It's an entire package like this. And
hi there.
Hi, we've got a customer who's going to go. Watch out, honey. You got that wrapped right around your foot.
Oh.
Okay, now step up. And up again.
There you go.
Okay, got it. Thank you. And anyway, so you get this kind of a roadmap, I call it, and it's just showing you all the foods you probably should steer away from. For example, chicken in dog food is a big hit in this time, right now. So a lot of dogs can't have it. So we find you the foods that have what is not on that list.
Yeah.
It's also the environment. So you might find out that you're letting your dog sleep on the bed and you've got a big down comforter and find out that dog's allergic to feathers. So who would ever thought,
Yeah.
So you kind of get this it's great. And it's really helped a lot of animals out.
Yeah.
And then on the Turned Out Hungry Hollow, that corner there, are you opening extra space, or is that someone else?
No,
doing
It is not, and I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have called us saying, is that us? Because it sounds like Sierra Hay and Feed, it's not.
Yeah.
And so they are not related to us. We have nothing to do with them. And we've actually had some complaints about driving, and I just want everybody to know it's not our truck, okay?
That's a good question.
Yes.
Yeah, very good question. Thank you.
It looked like it was an off branch.
I thought there was an affiliation. The house we just sold was actually on Hungry Hollow, so I kind of watched all that go up.
Right, yes.
So, yeah. So I want to give you guys just a couple more minutes to comment shared so that we know that we're good. And then do you want to start preparing for the raffle?
Yeah, and Janet's wondering about your Facebook page and your website.
Yes.
Good question. So our Facebook page is Sierra Hay and Feed, and you should be able to type that into the search bar. And like I said, we post almost daily, and if ever we have a sale or an event going on, you're going to find it there. The web page, which I love that one too because it's got a ton of information, doesn't change quite as often, is sierrahay.com. Very simple. So either one of those. And of course, calling the store always is great.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I, in order to post the commercial, I was looking for some photos online, and I found a lot on Facebook. Is very easy. I just type in Sierra Hay and Feed, popped right up, and so very easy to find that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what's your phone number here?
Oh, phone number is 916 area code 645-3638.
Awesome. Very easy.
Did we talk about, I can't remember if we've talked about where we're located now that we've moved.
You can always mention it again. It doesn't
We'll
hurt.
mention it again because I think a lot of people thought we went out of business. We were down on Flocchini Circle off of 1st Street for most of the time the store was in advance. But we came up here. We're at 1301 Lincoln Boulevard, which is just north of town. And so you're actually going to cross 7th Street and go past it. A lot of people don't even realize it goes past there. The next thing up would be the gun range, which a lot of people know about. And across the street is the Sierra Pacific, the lumber mill. So we're just before that.
So for those of you that haven't been out here, come on out, see what they have. They, again, are very supportive of locally grown or locally manufactured feed, and they're just a really big cornerstone of the Lincoln community. So definitely support local business and come on out and see Diana and her awesome staff, and definitely, watch the Facebook page for additional events that are going to be held and upcoming.
Absolutely. And thanks again.
Yeah.
It's been really fun.
Thank you. And did you have anything else that you wanted to share or mention? Or
just come on down and make sure that you check everybody out today who has on the blue shirt, because they were all camera shy and they wouldn't get in front of the camera.
You got to come give them a bad time. So
That's right.
Say hello. So any final questions before we go on to the raffle? Okay.
There might be afterwards.
Yeah.
Since there's about a 10-second delay.
Oh, is there? I wasn't aware of that.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Would you like to do the honors?
Sure. Okay, so this is for the prize. Okay, there you go.
Oh, okay. Janet Voss! Woo! Yay, Janet! Yeah.
One of our bigger supporters as well. She
Yes.
watches almost every week. Even if
Great.
it's not live, she watches afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
She's a doll. And she actually was a former guest as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she works over at Placer Land Trust.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's very involved with helping to conserve open space.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's out in the country too, so.
Yeah, she's probably your neighbor in some capacity on this side of town.
Okay, good. I'm glad she won.
Yeah, very good. Well, thank you guys all for watching Lincoln Live this week, and thank you guys for your continued support. Please note that we are no longer streaming on Good Neighbors of Lincoln unless we are interviewing a nonprofit or non-business related interviewee. So I just want to remind you guys, just continue to watch Lincoln Live, like our page, follow our page. That way you can be kept abreast of upcoming interviews, and also keep your show suggestions coming, because you guys really do steer the show, and so we really appreciate your interaction, and just keep those suggestions coming. So thank you guys for watching. You have a good week.